Good morning, all. It's me, Abhilasha, from group number 1932, second division. I'm a third year student from Institute Medical Academy, SI Georgesky, CFU VI Vernadsky. I'm going to present a short video on inguinal canal, inguinal wall, inguinal content, hernia, and types of hernia. First of all, I would like to thank my senior professor, Igor Vizarni Priani, and senior teacher, Pavel V. Kulbaba. So let's begin with our topic, that is inguinal canal. What is inguinal canal? It is an oblique intermuscular passage through the lower part of the anterior abdominal wall. Present in both sexes, it allows structures to pass to and from the testis to the abdomen in males. In females, it permits the passage of the round ligament of the uterus from the uterus to the labium majus. It extends from the deep inguinal ring downward and medially to the superficial inguinal ring. It lies parallel to and immediately above the inguinal ligament. Deep inguinal ring. It is an oval opening in the fascia transversalis. It lies about 1.3 cm above the inguinal ligament, midway between the anterosuperior iliac spine and the symphysis pubis. The margins of the ring give attachment to the internal spermatic fascia. Superficial inguinal ring. It is triangular in shape, lies in the aponeurosis of the external oblique muscle, lies immediately above and medial to the pubic tubercle. Its margins give attachment to the external spermatic fascia. Talking about the walls of inguinal canal, anterior wall. It is formed along its entire length by aponeurosis of the external oblique muscle. It is reinforced in its lateral third by the origin of internal oblique from the inguinal ligament. This wall is strongest where it lies opposite the weakest part of the posterior wall, that is deep inguinal ring. Posterior wall. It is formed along its entire length by the fascia transversalis. It is reinforced in its medial third by the conjoint tendon, the common tendon of insertion of internal oblique and transversus, attached to the pubic crest and pectineal line. Inferior wall. Inguinal ligament and its medial end, the lacunar ligament. Superior wall, that is also called as roof. It is formed by the arcing lowest fibers of the internal oblique and transversus abdominis muscles. The contents of the inguinal canal. In male, it contains spermatic cord, ilioinguinal nerve, genital branch of the genitofemoral nerve. In females, it contains round ligament of uterus, ilioinguinal nerve, genital branch of the genitofemoral nerve. It contains three types of arteries, that is the artery to the vas deferens, testicular artery, cremasteric artery. Three facial layers, that is external spermatic, cremasteric, internal spermatic fascia. Three other structures, that is papiniform plexus, vas deferens, and testicular lymphatics. Three nerves, that is genital branch of the genitofemoral nerve, sympathetic and visceral efferent branches, ilioinguinal nerve. Here you can see the content of the spermatic cord in detail. What is a hernia? When part of an internal organ or tissue bulges through a weak area of muscle, that is known as hernia. Mostly hernias are seen in abdomen. That is the reason we are going to discuss about the abdominal hernias. Abdominal hernia is an abnormal protrusion of the abdominal contents through a weakness or defect along the wall of the abdomen. Hernias can be congenital or it can be acquired. Classifications of hernia on the basis of anatomy. It is divided into three parts, that is anterior hernia, groin hernia, and pelvic hernia. Hernia on the basis of pathophysiology is divided into three parts, that is reducible hernia, incarceration, and strangulations. Reducible hernia is contents of the hernia that can freely return to the abdominal cavity. Incarceration, in which inability of the contents of the hernia to return to their original cavity. And strangulation, contents of the hernia are incarcerated. Inguinal hernia. It is a protrusion of the abdominal cavity contents through the inguinal canal. The anatomical classification we will discuss about here. The first one is indirect hernia. The abdominal contents herniation occurs through the deep ring into the inguinal canal. It comes out through the superficial ring. It may extend into the scrotum. Depending upon extent, it may complete or incomplete. It is more common in young. Direct hernia. The contents of the hernia herniate directly through the posterior wall of the inguinal canal through the Hesselberg's triangle. It is a weakness in posterior wall of the inguinal canal. It is bounded laterally inferior epigastric artery, medially by lateral borders of the rectus abdominis muscles, inferiorly by the inguinal ligament, and more common in old. Here you can see the normal testis, and the inguinal hernia into scrotum, inguinal hernia into canal. Epigastric and umbilical hernias. Umbilical or epigastric hernias occur when a part of the intestine pushes through an opening in the abdominal or stomach muscles. Umbilical hernias develop at the belly button, whereas epigastric hernia occur along the linea alba from the xiphoid process to the umbilicus. These type of hernias are most common in infants and will typically resolve on their own within the first 5 years. Incisional hernias. Hernias that occur through the scar tissue of past surgical incisions due to poor wound healing and excessive tension. Spigelian hernias. Hernias that occur through the transversus abdominis muscle aponeurosis, bound by lateral edge of the rectus abdominis muscle medially and linea seminolaris laterally. It is most common in the Spigelian belt, the transverse 6 cm zone around the arcuate line. The majorities of these hernias are small, mostly present during the 4 to 7 decades of life. Here you can see the Spigelian hernias in detail. Parastomal hernias. Its potential complication after creation of a stoma. Parastomal hernia occurs when the intestines press outside near a stoma, occurs with up to 50% of colostomies, less common with ileostomy. Lumbar hernia. Grenfell's triangle. Herniation of abdominal contents through the back, 12th rib, internal oblique and sacrospinalis muscle covered by latissimus dorsi. Pettit's triangle. Latissimus dorsi, external oblique and iliac crest. It is covered by superficial fascia. Thank you so much for listening to me for so long.